Alright, so I was scrolling Twitter and some dude said Destroy Lonely fell off. And he also said that he just got lazy the moment he got up and got some money. And I don't know about the second part, but Destroy Lonely falling off, at least musically, because he's more popular than ever, is something I've been thinking for a long time. Like, his music has not even been close to the same in terms of quality. Like, he might have a good song here and there, but he hasn't really had any songs that have like shocked me or been like, damn, this is hard. The last song that did that was If Looks Could Kill, and man, everything just went downhill from there. But it is kind of interesting to see more people agree with this, because I don't know, when I first made a video on this, or I mean not directly on this, everyone was like, yo, you're tripping. It was like a video of me just talking about Destroy Lonely's career on this channel. You can go check it out if you want. But like, no one agreed with me. They were all like, what are you talking about? They were like, Lone is still hard, bro. He still makes good music, dude. It just, If Looks Could Kill, it wasn't even a bad album. If this was Ken Carson, you would have all been saying it was hard. It's like, trust me, if this was Ken Carson, we would have been saying this was trash. Like, no debate. Everyone would have been saying it was trash. But that album is really what kind of like started this whole downhill path or trajectory for Destroy Lonely's career, because before that, everyone was like, yo, this guy is special. Like, 2019 Destroy Lonely, he went crazy. 2020, he was also pretty crazy. That's when I discovered him. And 2021, he was still hard. The moment he got like kinda mainstream in rap and Opium became like this cool thing and everyone knew what Opium was and who was on the label, and Destroy Lonely was like one of the main acts, he just fell off a cliff quality wise, to me at least. Like, if you listen to Destroy Lonely's old songs, there's a lot of creativity in it. He had like a different style of beat. His voice, the way it was mixed, was cool. He was constantly experimenting. He was very consistent. He was dropping like crazy, at least singles, not projects. And then he got signed, dropped some good music, and then fell off. The reason why he fell off too is kind of weird. Like, it's hard for me to understand, because it's not like, I don't know if he got lazy, because the thing about Destroy Lonely is he's still dropping and he's probably still recording like a lot too. It just, if you listen to him now, the way he raps with these like peculiar flows. I don't know any other way to describe it. It's like, if you listen to some of these songs, like, he has a couple songs. Like, recently I heard one of these songs called Back Sipping, which is one of his newer songs. It's pretty good. It was just decent. But he has other songs where it's like, bro, oh my god, this is just not that good. The best way for me to ever see if a rapper made a bad song or flopped, or it just isn't something I like, sometimes when you listen to a rapper, you kind of get like, you get really biased, because they can drop some stuff that's mid and you'll still be like, this is alright. But you just gotta think of it like this: if it was some other rapper and you heard that song, would you still like it? And with a lot of Destroy Lonely's new music, hell no, man. This stuff was just not good. It's very repetitive, and that's another huge problem on this album, If Looks Could Kill. It was supposed to be centered around the song If Looks Could Kill, which is cool, you could do that. And if it was maybe like 8 or 10 songs, it could have been done really, really well. Instead, he dropped a 20-song album and then slapped another 5 songs and then another 2 songs. I was like, dude, 30 songs, really? No one wants to hear that. It kind of reminds me of like Trippie Redd albums, and this isn't like a diss to Trippie Redd or anything, but he has these super long 30-song albums that no regular fan is listening to, like, other than his fans. Like, when I said regular fan, I meant like fans of rap in general. That's the same thing with Lone. Like, no one is gonna listen to that entire album. What's kind of sad is No Stylist was pretty good. It wasn't insane. It had some really good songs, and as an album, it was decent. It was not decent. It was pretty good. It was good, you know what I mean? And it showed a lot of potential, but instead of going further, it just like dropped off. And when If Looks Could Kill dropped, when If Looks Could Kill, if you don't know, that song went viral on TikTok, and everyone was like posting like, oh, this is so Destroy Lonely, this is so Destroy. It was super annoying, but that's what made the song blow up. It was like, damn, this guy is just that good. He just had another breakthrough, which, to be honest, he did. He had found like this cool new style that had like this alternative but still kept his dark vibe, or that's kind of cringe to say, but Opium, you get what I mean? Like, it fit his image really well, and it was also doing something new on guitar, and he's kind of like paying homage to the older emo rap in the underground and stuff, like Lil Peep, and and everyone was like, yo, we can rock with this. And then he dropped the album and I was like, oh god, this is horrible. And by the way, I'm just gonna say it, I hated the album. The album was so trash. Like, it was so hard to listen to. There were only a couple of good songs, like How You Feel, If Looks Could Kill. There were a couple more, I don't care to name them, but that's just his stuff that he's put out recently. ever since If Looks Could Kill, he's been on somewhat of a hiatus. But other than dropping some extra songs, he hasn't really been active for like 7 months, which is fine. You know, he's a big artist now, and he's past the point where he has to keep dropping on SoundCloud to keep fans happy, and even drop like little loose tracks on SoundCloud hosted by other pages. He's way above that. And by the way, I just listened to the deluxe version of Looks Could Kill. It was really good. It's just, If Looks Could Kill as an album had a lot of like really mid songs, but if you listen to that deluxe, it's pretty good. But anyways, that's just the music he's released. It doesn't hit the same, not as good, like point blank period. But of course, like any other rapper, this guy has a ton of leaks, or actually not like any other rapper, just some rappers, like maybe the leader of his label, Playboi Carti. He had like a leak with 200 songs or 120. It was an insane amount of songs, and he's been having leaks for a long time. And on top of that, he's had a lot of snippets that he's posted, and I can't lie, like I haven't really been rocking with a lot of those snippets. All the leaks that I like are like the 2019, 2020, 2021 stuff from him. And yeah, maybe it's a little nostalgic, but it's not that much nostalgia. Like if he has a good song that's new, I'll still like it. Like his deluxe, If Looks Could Kill, he went like 4 for 6 on that. You know, like that's good. Like he had 4 good songs there. There's just nothing crazy, if that makes sense. Especially when you take into account like the snippets and leaks. Just not that. It's just not that good. All right, it's just not stuff I'd be like that interested in playing over and over again. And he used to have songs like this on the regular, so it was like a complete switch up. So overall, like I used to be a much bigger fan of Destroy Lonely, and it's just been slowly tapering down. When No Stylist dropped, like in between that, he was dropping some cool singles here and there, and then he dropped No Stylist, and there were some good songs there, but you know, it wasn't like an insane album or anything. Then he had Looks to Kill, and then he just had a whole bunch of trash, and then he's had some decent songs, but it's so much trash there too that you know, I just don't feel like sifting through all of it. You know what I mean? But he's still all right. Just to me, he seemed to have had his peak. You know, like some rappers, they just peak in certain years. I'll use Trippie Redd again, for example, from like 2017 to 2018. Trippie Redd just peaked musically. Like I don't think he'll ever come close to touching that. He might have some good songs here and there, but he'll never touch that. Like that was his best period musically. It's now that I think of it, it's very rare for some artists to be like Summers, where they'll consistently create different eras in their music, where every era you could argue is like really good, and some fans will even vouch and be like, yo, that's my favorite. For example, Cardi's another one of them. Destroy Lonely, he just doesn't seem to be one of them. What is really interesting to me though is, I know I already said it's a lot of his like old snippets. By the way, I'm recording this part, it got like lost or something happened to the audio, so I'm recording. But what's really interesting about this is, I know I already said like the newer snippets he's previewing, I'm not really like feeling them like that, but where he's gonna be in like 1 or 2 years. Eventually you can't keep dropping like music that most of your fans don't think is super hard. Obviously, like with the whole Opium thing, he's got a lot of people that are fans of him. This is similar to like SoFago. Remember when SoFago, everyone was like, wow, this guy's the next big thing, and then he fell off like a cliff. I'm not saying the same thing's gonna happen to Destroy Lonely, but the reason why SoFago fell off is because he had a bunch of quote unquote fans that weren't really fans. They were just fans of whatever was trending and supposedly up in the underground at the time, and he was that like trending new like cool person or rapper that was up, when in reality those people that he thought were fans and everyone thought were fans of him weren't really as big of fans of him as you know, people thought. So when he stopped doing as well commercially, and I guess his albums flopped, like Pink Tape flopped, they just ditched him and started making fun of him, those same people. And I don't know if the exact same thing is gonna happen with Destroy Lonely, but like a lot of these Opium fans aren't really like Destroy Lonely and Ken Carson fans. They're Carti fans, and a lot of them aren't even like Carti fans. They're very new fans. They're very young. They might not, you know, be rocking with this stuff, especially once Carti drops, because we've only seen these guys have all this hype while Carti has been on like his hiatus and has been really inactive. And the whole Opium thing, it's kind of just been like a cool way of just, I don't know, kind of like curating his style of music and just putting it out there while he's not dropping. But once he drops, I'm kind of excited to see, you know, where their popularity goes, and they might even do some features together or have like a collab tape. That would be fire, but who knows, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.